Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Tab's Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And as you can see, we are here on the Spoopy map because we are going to be using my other custom faction right now, which is Spoopy units, and it's basically Spoopy Rome. As you can see, here is my Roman army right here, or my Roman faction, from a legate all the way down to plebs. As you can see, just a regular Roman citizen with a knife. Yeah. However, I also made another faction, which is basically the same, but they're all skeletons. So we've got the Undead pleb right there, all the way up to the Undead legate. The only difference is that the Undead faction, I made Pluto, Roman god of the underworld, as their 14th unit, and for the Romans, their 14th unit is a trainee legionary with some wooden equipment. So, yeah. Sorry about that, Rome, but there you go. So, what have I got here for you today for this first battle? Well, the first battle, as you can see here, I have got them as the same amount of cost, except that the Romans are outnumbered due to the fact that the Praetorians are more expensive per unit cost. So what have we got here? We have got 27 Praetorians in total. We have got 9 by 3 deep front row of Undead Praetorians, led by the Undead Praetorian Centurion. Behind them we have got the Undead Signifier to keep them all in place. And then as the second row we have got Undead Velites and some Undead auxiliary archers here, and the auxiliary archers are actually a lot better than regular Roman archers due to the fact that they do have fire and they also fire quicker. Now, what's the difference besides being cosmetic, between my Roman faction and the Undead Roman faction? Well, the truth is, the Undead Romans here have got less health compared to a standard Roman counterpart. However, they do slightly more damage, they attack slightly quicker, they move faster, and they weigh less. That's the difference between them. So, a regular Roman Praetorian legionary, I think, has got something along the lines of... where is he? Let me get a regular Praetorian. Actually, no, let me get a regular legionary, actually. So, a regular Roman legionary for my team, or for my Roman faction, has got 150 health, I think it is. He attacks, I think it's like time 1.10, so I think like times 1.1 attack speed and attack damage, and he has got 150 health, and pretty much everything else is the same. An Undead Roman Legionary has got a 1.2 times attack speed and a 1.2 times damage. He also moves at 1.2 times the speed, but he weighs 0.8 compared to the Romans' 0.1, so he weighs less and moves more, and he's also got 130 health rather than 150 health, so he dies easier, as the other main difference between them. So, yeah, these Praetorians, they are HP-wise weaker than a regular Roman Praetorian, but they do move quicker and they do have slightly better damage in comparison. The same with the Velites, and the archers here just have fire arrows and they attack quicker as well, but they are very weak. They've got something like 50 health, they're really weak. Going up against them, however, as you can see, we've got a Squire. We have got a load of hoplites. They are 7 wide but 4 deep, so they have got more hoplites, I think, per Praetorian, possibly, or maybe they're the same, I'm not too sure, but they have got a lot more archery and spearmen. However, that doesn't matter because these guys can easily block the shots. The same with the Velites. Really, the only difference is that the archers are going to be able to die to the archers on their team, but even so, that doesn't really matter. They're still going to lose. Either way, in go the Praetorians. If you're wondering why I'm using Praetorians versus the hoplites, well, the answer is that they're the closest thing I could have, really, to... A hoplite is more expensive than a legionary, and he wins 1-on-1. However, in comparison to a Praetorian, the Praetorian will generally win, because it is a more expensive unit. I have tried to make these as balanced as I can. Something else about my Undead Roman faction is that they all have got that special ability, which, as you can see there, makes the enemy scared when they get hit, I think, for 10 seconds, so they run away. And that's also a pretty nice buff to compare against... Oh, down he goes. So, yeah, offsetting the lower health of an Undead Roman means that they do actually scare the enemy. As you can see there goes the brave Spartan Hoplite. Even so, we did lose a fair amount of Romans here. We've still got a decent amount of Praetorians up. The Centurion is dead, I think. At least it's a lot easier to tell when a Roman dies this time, however, because their bones break up. They break up into all sorts of pieces of bone. I've actually got one Praetorian left under here as well, who's actually still alive, which I'm surprised about. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of Praetorians are dead here. You can see heads and bones everywhere. There's another dead one over there. Where's the Praetorian Centurion? I'm not sure where the Centurion is. He might be over here. I think there's all just dead. I think there's a couple of dead Praetorians over there. But otherwise, yeah, not much really to say. They all sort of got killed. There's still a lot of Praetorians left. There's still none of the Velites died, nor did any of the archers. The archers for the undead are probably a lot better than most other archers. What I'm going to do, however, is I am going to change the enemy's army composition here. I'm going to give them some brawlers, I think, actually, at the back here, because they are about on par in terms of cost. 220 for a brawler, and a Praetorian is 240 with 300 for the Centurion, because the Centurion is bigger. He has more health and more damage across the board because he's a Centurion. I mean, what more do you want? Pike blow darts? No. We're probably going to have a couple of archers at the back. Let me see what we can give them here. Let's give them not skeleton archers. Let's give them some regular archers. Let's give them some poachers. Poachers are 120. Regular archers. Nah, regular archers, well, 140. They're more expensive, but they probably do more damage. So let's give them some of them. Let's give them actually some more squires at the front as well. Basically, more sword boys at the front here. And if that also doesn't go too well, we can always give them a king or something on the other side. So if they go, two sides charge together. The archers are putting in their work as much as they can. A squire has run away, but he's run towards the archers, which is not good. Oh, archer got him in the back. They are actually starting to break through the Praetorian line here. It looks like they have lost a fair amount of Praetorians, and the brawlers are now getting involved. Praetorians do look outnumbered here. But if they can take out the brawlers and what remains... Oh dear, down he goes. If they can take out what remains of the brawlers, they should have it in the clear. Take out the last brawlers and the last hoplites. One brave undead Praetorian. Oh, he took one down with a shield bash. Oh, just about. I think the archers saved that guy's bacon there. So yeah, this time it was not as flawless of a victory as the Romans might have wanted. They do still have some Praetorians at the back here. As you can see, they've got Praetorian there, Praetorian there. The Centurion's dead in here somewhere. Centurion was probably one of the first to die. A couple of them did fall off here. There's a Velite actually down there. Hoplite who fell off the floor there after... No, that's his spear. I got some bones down here, probably from a Praetorian. Not sure where the rest of the Praetorian is, but there's some bones at least down here. There's a different shield. There's a Praetorian head just sitting in the floor, sitting underwater. There's a dead Spartan over there, or a dead hoplite rather. There is... Yeah, there's some loads of dead hoplites here where they had the main clash with the Praetorians. Praetorians living up to their name, being elite units, able to take out these hoplites and the brawlers that were behind them. Yeah, just the one Praetorian left there, and then it would have just been down to the archers and these guys, which might have been possible. It might well have been possible. Let's get rid of the standard bearer because, let's be honest, these guys just charge out straight away. He's just taking up 90 cost. So yeah, what else can we give them? Clearly that wasn't quite enough. So let's give them a... Let's give them a couple of berserkers, I think. And just for good measure, a king. So they're now 2,000 cost over, and this isn't as big of a pitched battle as it was with the Romans versus the Britons. So the berserkers managed to get behind due to jumping. The king wading in there. A couple of Praetorians, one just fell over there. A couple of Praetorians have gone into the back lines there as a couple of the enemy tried to break through. Those two Praetorians cleaned up good though. That's good, that's good. The king is down, I think. Yeah, I think the king's dead. Which is good, just these guys over here. Oh no, there's the king. There's the king. The king must have got spooked. Oh, taking down some Praetorians there. They are swarming him. The archers, I think, are actually hitting the Praetorians, but there he goes. I think the last Praetorian died just as the king died there as well. So, again, not quite as... What the heck are you doing over here? Just a random Praetorian just chucked over here. He's not dead because he's still fully... Look at him. The skeleton is still fully intact, so he's not dead, he's just stuck. Yeah, as for over here, who have we got down here? We got a berserker, I think, down here. Got some bits of Praetorian on the floor. There's one of the berserkers. Yeah, I think that might be a brawler down there. Who's this? Our squire was able to get through to the side here. We've got... I think that actually might... Yeah, that's one of the berserkers because he's got twin axes. So I think one's up there, one's down there. Got a hoplite who fell down there, died on impact possibly. Got some dead Praetorians down here along with a couple of brawlers. The good thing about the scare ability that my undead Romans here have is that it can cause units to fall off the edge. If they get scared, they basically have no control, they just run away wherever they please, and if that happens to go off the edge, you get that. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised not even a king and a couple of berserkers were able to take down the Praetorians, but then again, they are Praetorians. If I was to use a lower cost unit like Hastati, I don't have Hastati, sorry, Triari or regular legionaries, they would not fare as well. But they seem to do alright. Let's give them one more go. Let's get some samurais right at the back here, guarding the king. There we go. So yeah, 1160 cost. Let's also get them... What else can we get them? Barrel roller, flag bearer. Sure, you can have a flag bearer. Not going to do anything. That's just a waste. It's just a waste of cash. I don't know who else we could give them. Maybe a couple more berserkers. There you go. Okay, so 1260. That's quite a lot of cash. Yeah, 12,160 compared to the round 800. Sorry, 8,000 of the Roman side here. If this doesn't take them down with a whole load of samurai, 2 more berserkers, I don't know what will, because they outnumber them by about 20 extra units. So once again, in they go. The berserkers charge in. The berserkers have now been shot at by arrows, heading in to distract the velites and the archers, whilst the melee goes in the middle. It looks like some of their units are running away. Down goes the samurai due to him being shot. Great, we just lost a Praetorian to his own incompetence there. There he goes, collapsed onto the ground. Yeah, so there's one Praetorian still left up. One of the hoplites just killed themselves. Down goes another one, but the last Praetorian did just die there, and there is still a king and a brawler versus these guys. It's now down to the auxiliary archers and the Hastati, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. They've taken down the brawler, but the king is just absorbing these hits. Look at him go. taking them down one at a time. Oh, just took out like 4 of them in that swing. 2 auxiliary archers remain. And there we go, the king managed to win it for the defendants. But only just. The king is quite literally the last man standing. Yeah, unfortunately a Praetorian did jump to his death trying to get that samurai who was scared so much that he killed himself because he walked off the edge. A brawler is down there. We've got a couple more bits of Praetorians down here. We've got a samurai, another samurai, 2 hoplites down here, plus some rib cages. Do have 2 Roman shields, 3 Roman shields. So yeah, bits of a Praetorian and Velite are down here. But here we go, here's where the king cleaned up shop. I don't know how much health this king had. Would be nice to know, but unfortunately we don't. I did see a hoplite fall off the edge here, but I think he's literally fallen off the edge of the world. He's way down here somewhere. So, not finding out what happened to him. Oh, there he is. Is this guy still alive? This guy's still alive! So even if they had managed to kill the king, they would have had to try and kill this guy, and I don't know how they would have done that. Yeah, there was no way the Romans were winning it this time around, not in this simulation at least. Yeah, so dead archers back here from where a couple of rogue Praetorians managed to get through. But the main melee did happen here. As you can see, most of the Praetorians did fall here. There is a fair amount of blue bodies, but also the Praetorians really, yeah, have done the works. So yeah, overall that was a bit of a Pyrrhic victory, I think, but it was a Pyrrhic victory to the living. The living managed to hold off the undead in this spoopy map. There's one of the fire arrows. Possibly if the archers had been more accurate, but yeah, close defeat according to Total War probably, or Pyrrhic victory if you're on the side of the living. But there you go. So that's another totally accurate Battlegrounds simulation. I might try and make a proper Britain's faction, a barbarian faction as it is, and I'll put in some, Germanic axemen or something, so that we can have a proper historical Roman battle here. But yeah, there you go. So, totally accurate Battlegrounds. Sorry, not Totally Accurate Battlegrounds. That's the other one. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. There you go. Oh, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.